friends, in this unit we are going to learn how to change active voice to passive voice by taking indirect object. Well, to begin with, there are two kinds of objects, direct object and indirect object. Direct objects are mostly non-living things and indirect objects are the living things, especially the human beings. Let's understand with an example.
Mercy.
He had given me an autograph book. In the sentence,
Mercy.
is the subject, had is the helping verb denoting past perfect tense, given is the past participle of the verb give, me here is an indirect object, and autograph book is the direct object. As stated earlier, there are two kinds of objects, direct and indirect. How to identify them and how to understand whether it's a direct object or an indirect object. In order to find out a direct object, we need to ask a question beginning with what. What had
Mercy.
given me? An autograph book. So an autograph book is the direct object. Please remember we have asked question beginning with what. Now I need to identify the indirect object. In this case, I ask question beginning with whom. Whom had
Mercy.
given an autograph book? To me. So me here is the indirect object. So please remember a question beginning with what gives us the direct object and a question beginning with whom gives us an indirect object. Now, if I want to convert this particular sentence into passive voice by focusing on the indirect object, what would I do? Well, we have a formula for it as well. And according to the formula, the sentence begins with the indirect object. But you must understand the difference between indirect object used in the active voice and indirect object used in the passive voice. When it is used in the active voice, the indirect object is always in an objective case. So it will be in the form of me or him or her or them. These are all the objective cases. Whereas when you are taking them in a passive voice, you are going to begin the sentence with that indirect object. So it should go in the subjective case, like I, he, she, or they. So let's see the formula. Your passive voice begins with indirect object in a subjective case, which is followed by the helping verb plus the past participle of the verb. So indirect object in the subjective case is I plus the helping verb had been plus the past participle given plus the direct object autograph book plus by plus the subject
Mercy.
So your answer is I had been given an autograph book by
Mercy.
Let's take few more examples to understand it. The question is turn the sentences into passive voice by taking indirect object. The first sentence. The teacher gave children some homework. Well, we have to focus on the indirect object. So the question must begin with whom. Whom did the teacher give some homework? The children. So children is the indirect object. And as per the formula, the sentence in the passive voice begins with the indirect object. Children followed by the helping verb were past participle of the verb gave is given. The direct object, some homework by the subject, the teacher. So the answer is children were given some homework by the teacher. Let's take another example. I will teach you a lesson. The sentence is in simple future tense. And now, whom will I teach a lesson? To you. So you is the indirect object. Let's begin the sentence with you. You, the helping verb, will, followed by be, and the past participle of the verb teach is taught. The direct object, a lesson, by whom? By me. So the answer is you will be taught a lesson by me. Let's take another example. The woman pays him money. Whom does the woman pay? Him. So him is the indirect object. But as I had stated earlier, the indirect object in the passive voice is in the beginning. So it must come in the subjective case. Here, the subjective case of him is he. He, since it's a simple present tense, pays shows us that it's a simple present tense. So we have to use the helping verb of simple present tense, which is. He is, past participle of the verb pay is paid, direct object money, by whom? By the woman. So the answer is he is paid money by the woman. And here we go with another example. We had offered her a new doll. The sentence is in past perfect tense. Whom had we offered a new doll? Her. So her is the objective case. What is the subjective case of her? It is she. So our passive voice will begin with she. She, past tense. So we have to use the past perfect tense helping verb, which is had. She had been. Since it's a past perfect tense, we have to have been in the sentence, which tells us that it's a perfect tense and it's a passive voice. So she had been offered, the past participle of the verb offer, the direct object, a new doll, by whom? By us. So your answer is she had been offered a new doll by us.
Subscribe to my channel. Click on bell icon to get notification about new video.